Hey guys, so I'm filming the first update for my fall project pan, and I'm actually very excited, which is great because in my intro I was a little bit like ho-hum. Didn't feel like I had the most exciting products, but I think it may have been about 5 weeks since I filmed my last update because I'm behind as always, and it's going to be a little bit before this gets posted because I just have not had time to film and edit, so I've been picking filming. So I actually have several empties and some really fun roll-ins that I'm so excited about. Unfortunately, last time I didn't really take good pictures or weights, but I will be taking weights of the things that I'm working on moving forward. I was able to finish 5 products since last update. First being the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. And this is something where I had decided to cut open the primer. Okay, it's kind of stuck now. I cut it open and scraped out all the product. I will put a picture of my sample jar because it wasn't my usual sample jar. It was a really hefty one and it was completely full. So this did last me about 2 to 3 weeks. And I do think that this is a really nice product. I'm so sad this isn't available anymore because this is so far my favorite matte primer. It works well with all of my different skincare products and my different foundations. So I would love to find something I enjoy as much as this. I do think that the new Benefit Professional Matte Primer is a close second. So I'm happy that I have something that is comparable, but I'm really sad I can't get this anymore. But this was very old in my collection and is supposed to have a 6-month shelf life. So I'm really glad that it kept going for me. Then I finished both of my little Mercier setting powders. I mixed them together in a larger jar and used them to set my face. So I went through these in 2 to 3 weeks as well. So we have the original translucent loose powder and the ultra blur version. The original had 2 grams and the ultra blur had 1.5 grams. I had these in my collection for a while, thinking I would roll them into a deck of panning prompt, but it hadn't happened yet. So I wanted to just knock these out. Then I had lip products. So I did finish my Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss in a Rosy Outlook, which is the clear one. I was about halfway done with this at my intro, and this is something where I was tracking the uses because I was just curious to see how long it would take to finish a full size gloss. And I have written down 67 uses. I will have to double check if that was from the intro or including what I had from last project, and I think it's including everything. So I think I got 67 total uses out of this, which is great. This is a gorgeous clear gloss. This one and the Tower 28 are my favorite. This one is just a little bit thicker and heavier on the lips, but really does blur the lip lines and gives amazing shine. Then I have the one Emptied that I was really surprised by. I finished my lip liner. I will have a picture on the screen of my markings. This is the Dose of Colors lip liner in XOXO, and I did track the uses on this. I used it 61 times, which is amazing. If you're new to my project pans, I put on my lip product before each of my sessions. I'm a therapist and I have 4 to 8 sessions a day. So that's how I get so much use out of my lippies. And the tip of this did break off twice. It was only a little bit, but it did break, so that definitely contributed to me getting through it so quickly. But these are fine lip liners, not special. I panned one in the past in their old packaging, and that one I think was older and a little bit dried out. So I think this is a nice formula, but you just have to be careful with breaking. So I wouldn't buy any more, but I'm super happy I finished that. And I did also use up my Tower 28 lip jelly in Chestnut, which I want to say had like half the amount of product in it. I want to say it was halfway through the W. I knew this would be done in no time. I did pull the stopper here and I got 119 total uses out of this gloss, which is pretty good. And this was a limited edition shade, unfortunately. But Cashew is similar. This is a little bit warmer, has a little bit more orange in it, but it's stunning, and I already have a backup. And I do feel like the scent was starting to turn towards the end, so I'm really happy I worked on it when I did. So because I finished a lot of those within the first 3 weeks, some of these roll-ins I have already started working on, but I do have weights from them brand new versus where I'm at now, which is very exciting. So for primer, I did, as I mentioned in my intro, I did move on to the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, and this has half a fluid ounce, and I'm about halfway done with this. So I do think this will be finished by next month, which is very exciting. I did not write down the weights for this one, so I will put that on the screen because I know I have a starting weight because of my year-long project. Then after I finish that, I would like to move on to this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is something that I meant to send to my friend Deb, and I forgot to include it in the package. And I decided that I would just try to work on this to see if I end up enjoying a gripping primer. I was sent some from Milk, but I don't want to open them and use them if I don't really feel like a gripping primer is going to be for me. So I'm right to the bottom of the black here. And this is starting out at 0.715. So we will see my thoughts on that. It would just be great to use up as much as I can before the end of the year. Then I decided to bring in a concealer because I just finished the concealer that's in my year-long project, and I don't really have enough time to work on another full size, I don't believe. So I just got this in PR, the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer Mini in the shade Cloud. And I think even the minis come with a lot of product, but this is going to be more reasonable to use up. Oh no, I'm not sure how much, and I think I threw away my boxes already. I'll figure it out though, because you can buy these individually. But I've already been working on this. So it started at 0.631 ounces. Now it's 0.605. I'm using this to brighten the center of my face and under my eyes, and it's working perfectly. And I wanted to roll in another powder to set my face. Looking at the ones that I have, this one has the least amount of product. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Translucent Powder in Translucent Light. And I want to say that this has like a quarter of what's in a Dermablend powder. It's only 7.65 grams or 0.27 ounces. Yeah, I think that's right, because I think Dermablend is a full ounce. I really do enjoy the packaging. Whoops, I keep doing this. I'm forgetting to lock it, but there is a way to lock it, which is really nice. Again, I've already been using this as well. So it started at 1.855 ounces and now it's 1.732. I won't be mad if I don't finish this because it's a full size, but I actually think I stand a chance, which would be so amazing. My last face product is something I had in my intro, my Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer in Magnetize. I did pull the stopper out and I scraped out the product into a sample jar, and I only have a little bit of this left. This should be finished in about a week. I'm just using this on the top of my cheekbones, so that's why it's going a little bit slower, but I'm really excited to have that used up. That would be a big accomplishment. Then I have a couple of eye products, and I don't have weights for these, but I do have paper measurements, which I will have on the screen. So my main shadow stick was this little mini Bobbi brown and golden bronze, and I don't think that this is going to be finished, but I think I will make some really good headway to be able to knock it out next year. So this is where I am, and there is visible progress, which is great. Not quite as much as I was hoping for, but I don't feel like this goes with all of my looks because it is a little bit darker, which is why I also decided to bring in my Mercier Caviar Stick in Metallic Taupe. This is the oldest shadow stick in my collection, but there's so much product in here. I'm just tracking this for fun, but I think I actually had a little bit more progress on this one than I did the Bobbi Brown. But these are both working perfectly as bases. Between the two of them, I'm covered with whatever I need for my eye look. And then I have been using the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Brickell. And this is something that I have been counting my uses on, and it's only been 8 times since my intro. But there is some pretty good paper progress. So we just have this little chunk. So I definitely think I can finish this by the finale, which is incredibly exciting to think that I can have another eyeliner empty this year. Now on to lips. After I finished a Lawless, I started using this as my clear gloss in the car. This is the Beauty Project Lip Glaze in number 6 Candy Cane. It was limited edition and it is not quite settling, but it looks like I'm about halfway used up. I'm really enjoying this. And the weights went from 0.9 to 8 ounces to 0.895. I'm tracking the uses on this, and so far I have used it 23 times. And I'm basically just using this in the car, once when I'm on the way to somewhere and once on the way home, depending on where I'm going. If it's work, I will use it once on the way there, once on the way home. If I'm taking Landon to daycare, which is right around the corner, I mean, it takes basically like 12 minutes to get there, 5 minutes to get home. So I just do it once total. So that is how I've been getting my uses in this. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting it, but I'm really enjoying the experience of using this. It's such a nice product. Then for my colored lippy, I have a lot of things happening here. So since I finished that lip liner and lip gloss, I have been working on this combo, and that would be the ColourPop lip liner in little one. I will have paper progress on the screen. I'm really impressed with the amount of progress I was able to make in just a couple weeks. This is not going to be finished, but I want to just use as much as I can, tracking the uses on this as well. And I have used this 65 times, which is amazing. Then I decided that I wanted to try to think about other glosses I might want to finish next year, and I am focusing on my clean products, and this is an expensive one, the Fit Glow Beauty Lip Color Serum. This is in Buff, and I'm actually gonna have to pull the stopper soon. I have product down here and at the top. This must be a thick stopper because I can tell that it's like all the way to here, but all of the middle, I can really like, it's very translucent. I can mix it around here. I have used this 59 times, and the weights for this went from 0.985 ounces to 0.952. I am just so happy with this update. I'm feeling so much more energized for this project with all of these empties and these really fun roll-ins, and I'm feeling really positive that I'll be able to knock out a couple more products before the end of the year. But I want to thank you guys for your patience with how behind I am. I know that that's basically been the case since I was probably pregnant with Landon, so the past several years, and I just love you guys so much. I would love to know what projects you're doing right now. I definitely am going to be keeping my eye open for new projects, but a lot of my favorite panners haven't been posting that much. So happy to see that Jaylon is back, but I am missing Danny and Deb, so hopefully we'll get to see them again soon. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.